Hi, I'm Jodi. Welcome to my Stamp with Jodi YouTube channel. This is episode 9 of season 3 of the Great American Stampin' Show. Before we jump into this episode, though, I want to take a moment to celebrate last week's episode because I won. It was super exciting, and I just want to thank each and every one of you who voted for me last week. Now, when one of us wins, we come with a very special crown to wear for the next episode. This is a crown I've had for literally 30 years. And my husband, he just thought I deserved something different and new for my big win last week. And so he surprised me on Monday. And I want to share that crown that he got for me. Isn't this so special? Isn't that sweet and thoughtful of him? So I'm proudly wearing my Burger King crown for this week's episode. So, episode 9. It's a brand new week, brand new template, and you're going to see my usual quick and creative card. But I'm also labeling this episode as the easiest Christmas card ever 2024. So I'm taking some designer paper and I'm actually going to do some math. A little bit of a math lesson, but don't worry, I've done all the number crunching. I'm going to show you how to get 96 of these cards out of one package of 6x6 designer paper. It's a really fun layout. Super duplicatable. So if you are a person who sends a lot of Christmas cards and you want it to be manageable and enjoyable, you're going to want something that's fairly easy to duplicate. And I think I've got the answer for you. So will I repeat this week? We will have to see. But if you are in the market for a quick and creative card that happens to be the easiest card ever for Christmas 2024, stay tuned. Now, after you watch my video, go ahead and click on the links in the description so that you get all 4 videos, your solid hour of creative inspiration, and then just give that thumbs up to the card that you like the most. I also want to remind you about our Great American Stampin' Show online Zoom party. This is the first time we've done this, and we're really excited to have this special time with you guys on October 2nd. All you need to do to qualify is place a $35 minimum order this month using my host code, and you're in. You'll get the link to attend that party. I also want to make sure that you see, if you scroll down a little bit in the description of my video here, there is a shopping cart link. And that link will take you right to my Stampin' Up! Website. All the products that I use on this card are right in the shopping cart ready to go for you. Now you can edit, you can switch things out, you can remove things if you want to, but it's all in there ready to go. It makes shopping really quick and easy. So I hope you like my video. It'd be crazy to win back to back. We'll see. You're the judge of that. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the Great American Stampin' Show, episode 9. All right, so this is episode 9 of season 3, which means we are on template number 9. And you can see here, basically, it's just a bunch of little strips of paper, cardstock, whatever, and then a focal point on there. So again, this is a starting point. This is like what inspires us creatively, but we each take our own little twist on that template. So I'm excited to show you what I came up with. Like I said, I think this is the easiest Christmas card 2024. Okay, so where to start? I'm going to pull in the mini catalog, and this is the designer paper. Like as soon as I saw the template and all those strips, I thought, oh my goodness, it would be perfect to use this. Now you could say take a bow. I'm going to call it take a bow because it comes with dies that make bows. So that word goes both ways, right? But I'm going to consider it take a bow. I'm using that designer paper. You get 48 sheets in the package. So let me show you what that looks like. So they're all double-sided. So let's take this for example. On one side and then the other side. Okay. So there's 48 sheets. There's like 4 different sheets. So you have 8 different patterns. Hopefully that's not confusing. So that's what I decided to use was this gorgeous designer paper. It's 6x6, and I took that and cut a strip of each pattern. that is 3 3/4 by 1/2. So I'm just going to set them out on here and make sure I don't have any duplicates facing up, so that one needs to go that way. Okay, so I've got all of these different patterns, 1/2 inch by 3 3/4 of an inch, and then this piece of real red cardstock is the same length, or width I should say, 3 3/4 of an inch by 5 inches. So if I put these all on here, you know, you can kind of get the idea of how that template is. It's just a bunch of designer papers or cardstock if you wanted to, all lined up. So I could just do that and get those pieces, and they, you know, in the catalog on the template, it was a card going this way, more portrait, and the strips were going horizontal. Okay, so that's kind of my starting point. I knew I wanted to use this designer paper, and so I cut the little strips showing one of each pattern, but I wanted to tweak it just a bit. So I'm going to actually turn my card this way. I'm going to scoot, got them out of order just a little bit, scoot my pieces off just a little, and I'm going to start with this polka dot one, and I'm going to just run my adhesive basically along the entire strip, and this one I'm going to line up in the corner over here, so I've got an equal distance on the left side and the top, and then it's going to hang off just a little bit. So remember, it's this length, the same as the width of this layer. So if I bump it down just a little bit, that's how much it's going to stick off of the edge right here, just that little bit. And so I'm just going to go ahead and do that with all of the pieces. Next time though, when I put this one on, I'm going to move it up just a little bit, keep that spacing equal here and on the left side. And now it's going to extend on the top, just that tiniest little bit. I mean, I don't even know if it's 1/8 of an inch. It's just a tiny little bit. And then I'm just going to go through and alternate. So now we've got them opposites going down and up and just going back and forth like that. And that simply just creates a little bit more interest in the card as opposed to all of them being evenly spaced vertically. All right, the next thing I'm going to do is take my garden green, and this is 8.5 by 5.5, so this will serve as the card base. And I'll just give that a good fold with my bone folder, and then I will add some adhesive to the back of the red layer and attach that to the card base. Are you seeing this come together as the easiest Christmas card ever, 2024? All right, just center it on there like that. I love it because of all the different patterns. You're keeping with those traditional reds and greens, but there's a variety of shades. Especially, you got a little bit of a variety with the red, but especially the green, you've got some different shades going on there. So there's a lot of things to catch your interest there. The patterns, the staggering, all of that. All right, now I'm going to pull in a piece of basic white, and I'm using the stamp set Peaceful Season. Now you can use, if you wanted to duplicate this card, because it's such a quick and creative card and easy to duplicate, you can use any stamps that you might have at home already. I chose Peaceful Season. This is out of the new mini catalog, and I'm using the Christmas image with real red ink, and I'm just going to ink it up good on here, and I am going to do it off to the, ooh, I got some extra ink on there. I'm going to do it off to the right just a little bit. So I'll give it some good pressure on there, and we've got our image, and I'm going to, before I attach that, actually I need to close this because I don't want to make a mess. Okay, now I'm going to take some of this red and white baker's twine, and I'm not going to tie a bow because sometimes that can be challenging, but what I'm going to do is wrap it around the end because remember, I intentionally left more space on the left side here, and then I'm just going to tie it in a knot so it gets wrapped twice and then just tied in a knot. So I'll do that. And trim my ends just a bit. Okay, scoot it down just a little bit there. Okay, then, actually I'm going to scoot it just a little bit because I'm going to add, where'd it go? This one little, I took it separate from the package. It's from something Shimmer Gems. There will be the exact item in the description below because I don't remember exactly what it is, but I like them on Christmas cards, even though they're kind of some fall colors. I've been using them a lot on Christmas cards. So I'm just adding that little gem to give it a little more sparkle and interest. So now that I've got dimensionals on the back, I'm going to set this on the card. I want it to be a little bit lower than center and all the way over to the right. So it's going to go all the way over to the edge of the card base and then end in that last strip of designer paper. So this is what we've got so far. And then the last little thing is just to take this little tiny scrap of basic white, my garden green ink, and the Peaceful Season stamp set also had the word Merry. And so I'm going to go ahead and just stamp that over in the corner a little bit. And then I'm just going to trim around it with my paper snip. So I cut it bigger than necessary because it's just much easier to stamp it straight if you do that, in my opinion. And so then I will take it and trim it down and just eyeball that, you know, with my scissors. You can certainly use your trimmer if you wanted to. And then we do have mini dimensionals, but I like to use the ends here. Don't ever throw your sheet of dimensionals away without using those extra pieces. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it up at the top, because what I'm going to do when I attach this is I'm going to let it set over here just a little bit, and then the dimensionals will be right behind it. So if I put the dimensionals at the bottom, it would actually not lay flat. If I put that strip of dimensionals just along the top, it will lay flat and just rest nicely on this layer. So this is what I have. I believe it is the easiest Christmas card ever, 2024. I did a little bit of math for you. This package of designer paper, so let me pull this back in and show you all of the patterns here. There's 48 total sheets in this package. It's $12.50. If you purchased one package and you wanted to cut these strips 1/2 of an inch by 3 3/4 of an inch, you would have enough to make 96 of this card right here. You'd have enough designer paper with one package to do 96 of these cards. You would need 2 packages of garden green cardstock, 1 package of real red cardstock, and not even close to a full package of basic white. I did figure in the cost of the baker's twine. You would need, if you want the gem, or, you know, a lot of times we have gems sitting around in our crafting stash. So you might already have some gems you can use. You can use any Christmas stamps and ink that you have. I did use real red and garden green with that Peaceful Season stamp set. But if you take the cost of the designer paper, the real red cardstock, the garden green cardstock, and the basic white cardstock, along with that twine, your total would only be $53.50. And that would make 96 cards. Of course, like I said, you need stamps and ink, you need envelopes, you need adhesive, you can choose gems, but that is a crazy good price to make that many cards. It's very duplicatable, very, very quick and creative, but so easy to do. So if you are in the market for that easy duplicatable Christmas card, here it is. Be sure to click through the links below and watch all of the other videos that we have for you this week, and then come back and give a thumbs up to the one that you enjoy the most. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.